None? None. Oh, by the way, Amy got back to me. Said she'll be joining January or February. What is this class HP class?
Oh, they're all.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god.
What does HP stand for? What's so special? Oh, that's all.
You don't actually. I mean,
I thought like, is there something special about it? Like being in HP?
you just have to write extra research paper.
Oh, I
So
see.
that's yeah, like types out in the paper.
So extra research paper, so like the annotation and shit like that. Referencing. Writing a real research paper? Uni level?
Probably not.
Oh,
Yeah.
but I really hate writing research papers.
Wait, isn't it a scholarship? Wait, no, it's
Some
not.
people have scholarship.
Because we don't use
Research papers are ass, man. Longest research paper I ever wrote was like 5,000 words.
Wow.
Don't think it was very good. That time I had ChatGPT. If anyone doesn't know how to write the evaluation, you can try to let me know your ideas. See if I can help you with it. There are many possible ideas here to answer this question. I'll give you all about two or three. Yeah, you about two ideas here.
Okay, I forgot one.
Okay. Sorry, please blame me. Today is the first time I've seen you so confused.
No, like it's hard to phrase. I don't know.
Economic stuff. Come on. What's your idea? Tell me, I can help you with it. What do you think is the deeper impact? Okay, it's easier to always think of the deeper impact first. Okay, what deeper impact do you want to end up at? What do you think this shit will cause? Okay, how will it maybe worsen economic inequality in the end? Okay, yes, this shows how economic inequality happens. Yes, but how will it worsen? How will it lead to a worsening impact? How will it lead to a deeper impact? Well done. Okay, you don't need to be done after this. Why? Share with me. Okay, right.
Can you read both?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, because I didn't know whether to see. Contact is the freedom actors. Okay, so actors.
I mean, like both companies and individuals.
Okay. Monopoly here. Monopoly here would not work.
Oh.
Yeah, you would have to go to jail.
Wait, what? then you have to go to jail?
Oh, like example Monopoly before.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Oh my god.
Bad joke.
Okay.
Tissue.
No, it's okay. No, it's like.
But is it? Oh.
It's not Monopoly.
Plus
Oh.
elements. It's just dominance.
Okay, so you can talk about
Only
ESD.
company.
Wait, but what's the difference? Monopoly just means you have
This-
too much control. Right? You dominate the market.
So
Yeah.
it's like one percent.
Yeah.
One
Oh.
firm only.
There's no such thing as
Okay.
Very, very rare.
and especially since we're describing economy in general, we're not
Oh.
describing a certain industry. You can't use monopoly.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe if you're describing a certain industry, like for example science and tech, or
Hmm.
like environment, whatever, media, and maybe you can talk about monopolies. Yes.
Yeah, but people use the term so often.
Yes,
I don't
they
think they
do.
specifically mean like one company.
Yes,
Okay, yeah.
Denmark. Yeah, but it's like when
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, I think you kind of get it already with your elaboration. Yeah, just that the fact that monopoly doesn't make sense.
Um,
Okay. The existence of corporation behemoths, is it?
Yeah, I think the man's right corporate.
Corporate, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you actually got it, but you didn't get it. That's okay. Wait, wait, no,
Okay.
you got it already.
Okay.
But you don't tell me how does this widen economic inequality in your evaluation example. You tell me that yes, it cements control of these dominant companies, right? They are sole proprietors of this vaccine knowledge. How would this widen economic inequality? Have you described it to me? Can you add in at the back? What happened? What will happen? Right now, Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca controls the whole vaccine supply. Okay? So what happens to, let's say, these poorer countries that you're talking about?
They just don't get the same kind of. They just can't access.
Yeah, can't access the vaccine, then what happens?
And the money in.
Then? No, can't access the vaccine first.
Oh.
Right, because you're thinking of, aren't you talking about that? Vaccine
Yeah,
supply?
yeah, both.
Yeah, supply bar.
Yeah.
So what happens when they can't access the vaccine?
Like they're forced to purchase it from the like, no?
No, what is it? Wait, what is it? No, you better hold on. What is it?
What is the
Black market, no! Ah, shit, black market.
Like when the price
No,
was
not- not-
high,
not
the
black-
black market will
Okay. No, not black market. So it's like essentially how these people, okay, they need the vaccine, but they can't get the vaccine. So it just further worsens their economic circumstances. So either they are forced to what? They are forced to pay higher for these vaccines, or they just die. And then what happens? It worsens economic inequality. Yeah. Okay, so describe it to me in your own words. What do you mean by different places? Where's the places? What are you describing?
It's like that's not the analogy they gave.
What? Which analogy?
Like the thing.
I know, but you need to give it with reference to the example. Okay, so more individuals starting on different level of information to get the economies within certain time since their monetary resources grow in the long run compete others. Okay, deeper impact is fine. The beginning I don't get it. Okay? Beginning you have to explain in terms of this example. Okay? You need to tell me how yeah, what's the reference to this? Okay, so how you can basically talk about this as such when when there is a dominance of major companies in economic industries or markets, economic markets, then what happened? Then you can describe this.
Also in fact.
Yes, they back this can. Okay, so all I need you to do is basically ensure that you're talking about that. Okay? Link it back to the greater scale.
Can I just write denying less qualifications access to affordable housing?
Yes.
Yay.
So wait, yes, but then when you not done yet also.
Okay.
When you describe that, you still describe to me how would they face worsening economic inequality?
They are forced to pay a markup price.
Yeah, either you talk about how they forced to pay a marked up price, or you talk about how they are forced, or how they are, how they will suffer more,
Burden.
increased burden.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just doesn't
Right. That means you start off wrongly already. You start off with your economic inequality first, man.
I did. And now I don't know how to go back.
Priority resources will threaten the survival of smaller poorer. Okay. Accelerator.
quite want to go like three.
This dominance by industrial producing.
No, it's not. It's not
Actually, it comes a bit like this also.
No, it's not straightforward.
It's quite straightforward.
I mean, like, cause I have a simple brain, so then like you know when you learn like I got tuition and my tutor will like break down. So you just need to write this down like okay.
That's it counts.
So like I don't know what's going on, I just write.
Oh. I mean, econs, they only can test you in so many ways now.
Yeah, it's like there's only like 5 different questions. You just
Just need to memorize.
yeah,
No way.
it's just memory
Yeah,
work.
you can't just memorize
You
it.
don't need to understand. Yeah.
But once you understand, you want to study.
Yeah.
Because you're just writing the same thing every time.
No, but even if I understand, I just
Ah, that's fine. It's good. Yeah.
then
That's enough, right? That's economic inequality, right?
oh.
I see. Yeah.
Oh yeah, wait, I seriously don't know how to think. Am I approaching you from the wrong angle?
Okay, like, I don't read first. Okay, I don't read first. Tell me what's the deeper impact that you're looking at. How would it worsen economic inequality? How would this example worsen economic inequality?
It's because it's more uneven over time. So
Oh, so you're waiting for a long run, is it?
Yeah.
Can? Okay.
Yeah, like
Because
econs
like
like
not like you don't need to have language, you just
yeah. So you're like in an oligopoly, there is the entry high. So in an oligopoly, yeah, so shit. Okay, large firms have high shit.
Okay, so you haven't described to me how
High
they are able to
concentration
earn
of-
greater profits in the long run, just say. Okay, so all this is just a short run so far. Okay, so you need to just start with the long run here. Okay, so in the long run, there will be an undeniably worsening economic inequality through what I need to get, but how? Okay, so you need to describe to me another reason how. So in this case, maybe I will describe in terms of the example. Wait, let me see the example again. Okay, so I'll talk about how they'll be able to lock up the smaller, right? How they'll be able to lock up the smaller companies from surviving. Yeah, I know already, sorry. In the long run, the smaller companies will not be able to survive. Yeah, and as a result, they only cement their position as the top, in the top few. Okay, that will be your long run thing. Okay, let me just go through my answer here. Okay, I will just give you all my pointers. Okay, so number one, right, the evaluation of example that I have in terms of level 1 and level 5, okay, is basically at the beginning, at the level 1, okay, the smallest immediate impact is that your companies, is that your citizens, low income citizens, sorry, would not have access to vaccines. Okay, this is basically how I would describe this scenario. Then what will happen afterwards? What is the level 5 and what's the deeper impact? When they don't have access to vaccines, this will create perhaps a slower workforce recovery. Okay, or it can create maybe prolonged health issues. Okay, so yeah, I hope none of you are vaccine deniers. Okay, if you're vaccine deniers, then go write this already. Okay, but if you're not vaccine deniers, then yes, slow workforce recovery, then like maybe prolonged health issues, things like that, which would impact the economic inefficiency, impact the economic efficiency, thus worsening economic inequality. Okay, alright, then another thing that we can look at here is the long-term and short-term impact. Okay, so the short-term impact is basically what do you call this? Companies have lesser business. Okay, I'll just write lesser business here. Okay, what happens in the future? Okay, so in the future, this is where they might actually go bankrupt. Okay, they might exit the market. Oh shit, I used economic term. Okay, not exit the market, but they might go bankrupt. Okay, they might not be able to sustain themselves anymore. So this will only cement the position of the larger companies. Okay, make the larger companies more prominent. Okay, one more thing that we can look at here is in terms of another scale or impact. Okay, so again, we look at another level 1, level 5. Okay, so there's no real level 1 here. Okay, level 1 you can still repeat this. Not repeat this. Level 1 you can repeat maybe this. Companies got lesser business. Okay, not really important to actually mention this, by the way. The important part I want to mention here is how they can start to influence policies. Okay, as capitalism is centered around money making, capitalism is centered around profit. Who gets the say? Okay, companies who have the most money, companies who have the most wealth and economic resources. So they are able to influence policies to their advantage, further worsening economic inequality. Okay, so this is how policies would work. Okay, so the key thing here, okay, if you guys want to take this down, okay, basically capitalism is, gives most power to those with money. Okay, so as a result, policies will be influenced by them. Okay, let's move on. Alright, next paragraph. Who have I not seen yet? Brianna, is it? Okay. Let's move on. Excuse me. Okay, so we will look at our next paragraph. Okay, so can you move on to SP2 instead of SP1? Okay, go to SP2. Okay, here we will look at something known as a trading platform. Okay, so this is a trading platform known as Robinhood. Okay, you can definitely use other examples. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys know any trading platforms. Do you know any trading platforms? Have you ever heard of any? If I say some names, would you all know them? Okay, let's say, yeah, I know, like Mumu. Okta FX. Yeah, you'll see the ads before, right? Pretty sure you'll see the ads before. Like, Tiger Trade. That's about it. Weibo. Right? I don't know if you all heard of these. Okay, but basically, when did these actually come about? Okay, for me personally, I can tell you when they came about because it's actually during my era. They only came about when I was like 19 or 20 years old, so it's about maybe 5 years ago. Okay, so it's actually a pretty recent thing. Okay, but when or how did this actually come about? Okay, it came about because of the birth of age of digitalization. Okay, it came about because they wanted to democratize the access for people to democratize the access to wealth building tools. Okay, for the common citizen to have access to wealth building tools. Last time, who are the ones who can, let's say, invest their money freely? Okay, basically rich only because they have personalized managers, things like that. Okay, but right now, just basically the average person can also do the same. Okay, so this is where we will look at how we can write our topic sentence out. Okay, I will tell you the function here. Okay, so the function here that we will describe is number one, the age of digitalization. Digitalization. Okay, and number two, we will describe how there is increased access to wealth building opportunities. Okay, so yeah, okay, and let's start with this. Oh, okay. Do I need to? Okay, okay. Just add in one more thing. The top of you can just add this phrase in.
So I need to explain the relationship between capitalism and the age of digitalization.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, do you need to explain how the profit efficiency thing is it? And lead to innovation, is it?
Yeah.
No. Do it. Now you do it in the elaboration.
Oh. Oh shit.
I mean, no, you write it in fine. It's just a bit it'll be a bit lengthy. Yeah.
Oh no, you do it, it's okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Even if you do include it, it's fine. Okay. What happened?
I didn't write capitalism.
No, not you. Why are you not writing?
Oh, I'm thinking.
I didn't write capitalism to age of
Okay, so you need to describe capitalism here. You haven't linked capitalism at all. So I'll just add it in front. Furthermore, what?
capitalism.
No.
The age of digitalization.
Yeah, digitalization brought about by capitalism.
Okay, capitalism brought about the age of digitalization.
Yes.
Why?
Like I mentioned to you, the efficiency, productivity, innovation thing. Because we're constantly innovating to want to earn more profits, to get a competitive edge over our competitors. So yeah, that's why it's called
Oh,
digitalization.
no, that's economy.
Yeah, technically this is an economy essay, not economics but economy.
No, everything's easy.
Yeah.
You can wrap it.
Okay, we need to speed up already.
But wasn't the same disparities apply? Because they have less money to invest. So they will naturally also earn less from these platforms.
Yes. That is what we discussed in the evaluation.
I feel like, oh, you cannot do this. Isn't it quite obvious?
It is.
I mean,
It is not so much of the fact that. Okay, basically, we are trying to state here that it's not so much of capitalism's fault. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
so whose fault?
It's a fault. It's not. It's just inherent circumstances. Yeah. Like, you know,
Kind of.
too bad you're poor in the beginning. Can't shoot. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so this is the topic sentence here that I've written. Okay, so furthermore, in today's age of digitalization brought about by the effects of capitalism, the wider access to wealth building opportunities has allowed individuals to amass wealth. Okay, sorry. Let me just change it a little bit. Allowed the common individual to amass wealth. Okay, let's move on to the elaboration here. Okay, so the elaboration, again, we'll be looking at your how or why topic sentence occurs. Okay, so first question here, okay, that I will most definitely ask, okay, like I told you earlier, is that you need to define how this age of digitalization was brought about by capitalism. Okay, so why did capitalism lead to age of D? Okay, next question here. Okay, so this will be one sentence. Okay, basically you describe to me how, because they are driven by profit, they would want to maximize efficiency, and as a result, they invest in innovation, and this led to the birth of the age of digitalization. Okay, so it's a very simple explanation. Okay, next we'll be looking at the wider access. Okay, so how does the age of D create wider access? Okay, so this one we will look at two very simple concepts. Number one, age of digitalization. What are the characteristics of it? Okay, it is number one in terms of maybe infrastructure. Okay, and number two, we will look at in terms of cost. Okay, it becomes much cheaper for individuals to perhaps get into wealth building opportunities. Okay, there's much more infrastructure in place. Okay, then lastly, here we will look at your okay, how can the common individual reduce the economic inequality? Okay, so this is where you will have to look at a historical fact. Okay, so you just explain maybe this basically historically the wealthy so and so. Okay, this is how I would explain this last part. Okay, basically I'll do a comparison. Okay, last time only the wealthy have access to wealth building opportunities. Now when you democratize this access, it levels the playing field, it shortens the gap. Okay, so that's why Vanessa, that's how I explain it to you, lor. That's how I explain it here. So even though yes, we start off with differing circumstances, last time we don't have this opportunity. Okay, okay, start. So late already. Okay, let me show you your previous. So
I didn't know what's right there.
we could set a precedent for similar situations to occur again in the future. In the case of another law.
I feel like it's kind of a long link from typing to language.
Okay, what happens here is that you have explained the general before you explain the specific, which is wrong. You need to explain the specific first before you explain the general. Okay, so you should have started off with as the COVID-19 crisis exemplifies how much more expensive or how much more inaccessible people will have to resources, right? You explain that. Then you zoom out, then you zoom out onto how this will create further problems. That's all you need to do, because right now it's a bit long-winded. Okay, because you are running in circles. You are explaining this. So what I'm doing, you're just explaining the specifics of COVID-19. At the start, this happened, okay, and this is the outcome. And now you go into general. Okay, so you explain the general first, which is the problem, yeah. Okay, so let's start with the specific. Okay, so that when you zoom out, it makes much more clarity that this is your point. Because you go into the specifics at the end, it may seem as if this is only existing for COVID-19, which is not what you want to do. You want to show how this COVID-19 problem, okay, this Pfizer Moderna problem, right, can happen to others phenomena as well. Okay.